Well, I always wanted to do a feature, and I thought, well, I've had pretty good success in my career just sort of going for what I know. Like, I didn't think Zohan would be a good fit for me, so I didn't want to play like an Israeli barber because I don't think I have enough range, but I figured I had enough range to play myself. And I used to be a carpenter, and I used to teach boxing, and I used to do a little amateur boxing, so I thought, why not take all those and combine them into one movie?
Did you also do stuff behind the scenes in this film as well?
Yes, I did. I did a lot of consulting, meaning when we were, getting the guys dressed to either box or getting the guys dressed to be on the job site, I would do a lot of like those pants are too new and a guy would never wear his shorts that way, and little armchair directing and that kind of stuff, because it was my life, so I sort of understood what it looked like and smelled like and sounded like.
Now, you also built a kitchen for your grandmother, right?
Yes, I built a kitchen for my grandmother. It was the worst 9 months of my life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so then, why make a movie about building something?
Why make a movie about a person that paints with their left foot, or a ship that sinks, or a volcano that erupts? I have no idea. I guess you could ask, why make a movie about a giant gorilla who climbs the Empire State Building? What the hell kind of question is that, Avi? How dare you?
In my mind. Most of the time when I'm doing these interviews, I have no idea what the film's about, and I haven't heard anything about it. Your film, however, I've known about for quite a while because I watched The Soup a lot, and Joel McHale loves talking about it.
Oh, God bless that Joel McHale. Easy on the eyes and the nicest guy in show business. He's great. Yeah, he went to the premiere, and he really liked the movie, so he talks it up.
Now, does he do stuff with your radio show as well?
Yeah. Joel does a lot of stuff on the radio show, except for he is doing a really cool movie with Matt Damon and Steven Soderbergh right now. So he's been on kind of hiatus from our show for a couple of weeks, and we'll be back soon.
That's cool. How's the radio show going?
I give it a 5.
Out of a 10 or out of a 5?
No, out of 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. I've heard your radio show. Your show is much funnier than that.
No, it's good. It's easy.
It's not like it's mad. It's not like Mad Cow bad. Your show's decent.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Well, I can't speak to the competition, but I can say our show's actually doing well. The ratings are good, and everyone seems to be happy, so I can't complain.
That's good. Out of the 3 that you've done, doing the morning show, doing your various TV projects, and doing this film, is there one that you enjoy doing more?
I like to think your show's my favorite, endeavor thus far. But second to this, they're all very, very, very different, and that's the whole point. I just wanted to do something different each time. So the movie was something I wanted to do that was different. It is, by the way, out now. I should let you people know. And just so you don't think this is some Pauly Shore offering where I filmed myself for 90 minutes, it did get 2 thumbs up at the movies. So your people watching this should know that legitimate reviewers gave it legitimate good reviews.
That's very good to know. I have enjoyed your work for a long time, not only with your stuff on The Man Show, but here's how much of a nerd I am. I have actually loved your voiceover work on all your animated projects, including being Commander Nebula.
Wow. You know what's funny, Avi? You should bring that up because I have twins, and they've been watching the Toy Story, and my little 2-year-old girl's been saying to infinity and beyond. And it struck me the other day that Daddy was the voice on that Disney series for a number of seasons, and I don't have any of the DVDs. So when I went to Amazon the other day, where you can go to get this movie, I got myself a box set of the Buzz Lightyear movie, or the TV show too, so I can show my kids.
You also did stuff with Drawn Together. A show, to me, was my biggest guilty pleasure. I don't know why I liked laughing at the series. I just did. Tell me about your experiences with that show.
Yeah, Drawn Together is a filthy, filthy, disgusting, filthy show that was on Comedy Central for about 4 seasons. I played Spanky Ham, the pig, and it was actually done by a couple of guys who used to work on The Man Show who broke off to do their own thing when we wrapped up The Man Show. So I've actually never seen an episode of it, which always makes those guys angry. But for some reason, I can't stand the sound of my own voice, so I've never seen it. Although it was always, I used to watch them when I was doing the voiceover work, and it's a funny show and sort of a cult classic, or at least big on college campuses.
Makes sense. Would explain why to me it's a guilty pleasure. A little serious question to ask with the passing of George Carlin yesterday. You know, what went through your mind? What memories did you have when you heard the news?
Well, I mean, you know, everyone throws the word legend around and inspiration and all that kind of stuff, but I really did love George Carlin. I didn't have much growing up, but I did have a couple of George Carlin albums, which, and I never really think in terms of influences, but if you were to pin me down and ask me for an influence, I would definitely say George Carlin. I've interviewed him a few times. He's a really nice guy, and I like the idea that he did what he did all the way through his career, and he never slowed up, and he never compromised. And like a lot of guys, like, I don't know, Mel Brooks, if you've seen their last 8 movies, you're like, what the hell happened to Mel Brooks? I thought the guy used to be funny. And that's happened to a lot of guys out there, but it never happened to George Carlin. I mean, George Carlin was just as poignant, just as angry, just as interesting, just as thought-provoking, and had just as much social commentary in the last HBO special he did as the first one he did 30 years before that. And that's pretty good in this business.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, Adam, I work with a bunch of females in the newsroom. I want to ask you 2 questions revolving dancing. One,
yes.
Why did you do the show? And 2, did you have some of your fans say you sold out because you were on this female-oriented show?
Yes, I was accused of that before I went on the show, but my take was, as long as I can say whatever I want to say and do whatever I want to do, then I have no problem with it. If somebody hands me a lame script, I won't do it. But if somebody says, get in some leg warmers and Capizios and make an ass of yourself, but when Tom Bergeron puts a microphone in front of your face, you get to say whatever you want, we're not going to tell you what to say, then I'll do it. So I went out there, made an ass of myself, but then I said whatever I wanted to say.
Had you trained on the unicycle before doing that last dance, or had you known how to ride a unicycle long before that?
I don't know if you know this, Avi, but everyone is born knowing how to ride the unicycle. You're the only one who can't do it.
It must be me. I've fallen on my face several times trying to learn.
We just don't want to give you a complex. I knew how to do it when I was a kid. I figured it out when I was a kid, but then I never rode it again because it got stolen when I was about 11, and my family's so crappy that they never got me a new one. So I didn't have one for like another 25 years. And then Jimmy Kimmel bought me that one for Christmas like 2 years ago. And when Dancing with the Stars came around, I sort of remembered I could ride one and thought it'd be funny. Evidently, it wasn't.
Adam, I've really enjoyed this interview. I've loved your work ever since I first saw you on The Man Show. You're a very honest comedian, and I love watching you every time I can. Before I go, I wanted to ask, has there been a project that's been very, very deep to your heart, much like this movie, that you wish more people had gone out and seen?
The Adam Carolla Project, the television series about home improvement, seemed to be enjoyed but not highly rated. Of course, Windy City Heat was a cult movie we did that I can almost guarantee you're going to like. And this movie, by the way, not amateur hour. It's a very good movie, and if you get it, you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you that.